Attention gamers. Previously in Rav's Igloo, I showed that eating boogers on ADCs makes you deceivingly tanky, which results in your games of right-click simulator turning out much better for your team. And I also discovered that when your support is Aladdin's pet cat and she says that you have the zoomies.
We got the zoomies!
It actually means that she injected a bit of cocaine up your anus and that you should be ready to fly into battle and destroy everyone. Which gave genius Rav the idea to take this floating kitten shit and have her latch onto some Quinn tits, and the result of giving this bird the zoomies turned into us being able to fly right past their support on our way down to his girlfriend's house to have some fun. And every game snowballed into over 1000 movement speed for me, a 25 stack mage eyes for the book Surfing Kitty, and us flying around the map together going Usain Bolt on the asses of every enemy on the rift. And every single game I just couldn't stop the announcer lady from saying things like Rav is totally. And that his gameplay commentaries and the videos that he makes are also. And that the size of the ween that he swings between his legs is also record-breakingly. But before we get into the gameplay, I have an announcement to make. YouTube has deemed some of my commentary to be too colorful for monetization, but I want to stay true to my style in these videos, so rather than turn my channel into Teletubbies 2.0 just so I can show ads, I have let an amazing company sponsor this video. So without further ado, I would like to introduce the latest breakthrough in products that make you better at video games and show you the secret weapon I use when gaming to make me feel like this hyped up albino IRL. And that product that is sponsoring this video is none other than Game Oils. Cue the promo please.
Essential oils, aromas for natural wellness and healing. But current products aren't made for gamers. Now there's a better way to holistically improve your game with sense-like strategy, kill-death ratio, and dominance. All of them mostly safe and distilled using nature science. This is what victory smells like.
So basically, this oil sponsorship is fake, psych, and the real sponsor of this video is none other than Raid Shadow Legends. And to be honest, initially I was skeptical to even try this game because I have seen the memes about Raid sponsorships, but it was Tuesday and many of you know I eat record-breaking amounts of tacos every Monday, and I knew I had a long meeting in the bathroom scheduled, so I downloaded the app in preparation for toilet time, and I have to say, I was pleasantly surprised at how amazing it feels to play a popular game that didn't look like it was designed after cute little cartoon coloring books. The game is a turn-based battle MMORPG that feels like Pokemon married World of Warcraft, and the two of them had a baby that is super addicting and can be played all while taking a dump. In this battle, I am playing as the humans against these upward goats and Katarina fangirls, and you can see the spell animations are so much more satisfying than any other mobile game out there. And one of the dopest features that I love is that it also lets you put the battles on auto mode or 2x speed for those times when mom wants you to put the phone down during dinner but you still want to grind some XP under the table to bust through these campaigns and claim your sweet loot. There are also a ton of different champions to choose from, which is dank because Raid has PvP, and when your boy Rav hits that arena and all these kids are used to fighting lineups with the classic champs like this guy, I will be over here stacking my roster with Lord Voldemort looking champions ready to mess them up. The game also features a daily login rewards program that has been extended to 180 days for new players, which means that every day you can open up the app to claim a variety of free rewards like energy refills, accessories, shards, and this legendary champion that hasn't missed an ab workout in months. My account name is Rav on Raid, and me and my wife are making a clan for the Eskimos that I want to be better than all the other clans, so download this dope game by clicking the link in the description, because if you use that link, you will be able to go to your inbox here and see that you have been given 100,000 silver in this epic beer-bellied barbarian champion who is a total beast and will help you destroy your way through the early stages of the game, courtesy of Rav. So click the link, download the game, join my clan, and let's represent the Eskimos on this app that I thought was just a meme but now I am addicted to and play every time I poo. And let's get into today's video. Okay, let's discuss the runes I took in these games. Predator is dank memes, but with zoomies Yuumi twisting your nipples to go faster constantly, it's a bit overkill, so I took Electrocute to buff the parkour backflip off your chin combos, which already grant bonus damage from sudden impact. And then the last two make the snowball rolling party result in faster flying and more damage. Then I took Scorch to add some zing to the surprise eat some bird shit attacks, and then Celerity to cut a little slit into my anus to make the high I get from these zoomies hit just a bit harder. The game starts off with the Ninja Turtle and Caitlyn wearing a dead peacock on her head taking turns curb stomping the kitten until she latches onto Mama's tit to survive. Then she sticks her thumb up my asshole to speed me up and I combo the colorful Brit before the harpoon hobo whiffs a hook and continues walking forward like he was dropped on his head as a baby, so I give my keyboard the D to flash in and we take the green bean down. Then the hobo has the nerve to harpoon me from the bush and crop dust me for the stun, but I respond by drop kicking him into Turret Tommy's territory, which results in an unfortunate situation for the vanishing village idiot. Now bird fetish Rav has his ult, so it's time to mobilize the kitty shit troops as we coast into their jungle and see the floating static shitter just waiting to give your boy a quick 300. Then I see Color Me Caitlyn and the Ninja Turtle in river, so I let the love dove fly me into battle before getting crop dusted, which prompts a slap fest with the dead dock worker until I can finish him off as J4 goes purple Mount Vesuvius on our ass. But it's okay because the anorexic Candy Crush mascot and his roided up cupcake come in to make sure the crime doesn't go unpunished. Then, with zero regard for how I should play this next fight, I just mindlessly ignore the turret and tunnel onto Clash Day Caitlyn until she goes down as Mommy Longlegs does a wall hump into battle, but the power of zoomies and a 700-pound punching cupcake prevail. Then we see the Brit all alone and decide to take the scenic route back to lane so that we can catch her off guard and politely request that she stop bullying our hooded midget employees when we aren't around. We have a run-in with Commander Cucksuck IV in jungle until we board the Pissy Plant Express and nab the kill as it departs. Then I summon the Love Dove so we can regroup with the homies, but Charizard just won't piss off, which irritates me because I just know that Fat Walking Cupcake is already planning to take my kill, but I persist and just barely make it in time to steal it for myself. At this point I am rocking 700 movement speed and 0 IQ as I decide to flank a tier 2 turret, which starts out promising until I get distracted and want to touch the statue for a sec, causing me to flash for the kill, but Kitty Cat Aladdin has been working overtime and keeps my bird brains alive until I can inform Pike that his ex didn't quite mark the spot. Then Commander Cucksuck charges in, but I parkour my way out of the Rockbender's assassination attempt with style. We zoom around and attempt to make sure that there will never be a Jarvan V, but he goes flagpole pussy status to safety before Pike demands I immediately play leapfrog with him, so I tell him that he can't always have all the attention. Then the floating static shitter orders the biggest cupcake on the menu from Ivern, but then refuses to pay for it, so I carrier pigeon myself through the mountains to make sure he knows we won't tolerate dining and dashing. But my work isn't done, so I call an Uber and demand that it take me to the nearest useless piece of shit, and sure enough its GPS takes me right to Caitlyn as I slap a fat pelican punch on the Brit. So we added game 1 to the floating books that Yuumi rides and immediately queued up for a second. Fast forward in the second game past the minion farming that other channels would make you watch, and we are love doved up and coming in to tell this blonde that wearing pajamas on the job is still unprofessional even if this flu festival has her working from home. Then I smell cosmic ballsack in the air, and sure enough we see Fat Galaxy Boy scanning for collectibles, so we do a quick double take before assisting Edward Scissorhands and stealing some coins from these midget meeps. Then we see the knee nibbler leading an army of hooded midgets to deface this statue, so I slam the gas pedal to come in and punish the crime, which results in the hopping homunculus burning both of her summoners to get away, but my kitty flaps her book a few times until the rabbit cramps up and we take her down. We head up top to see the cotton-headed ninny muggins interrupting a battle between White MC Hammer and White Shack. I focus on the midget first until she cannon cucks me away, so I wrap around, but the bitch is determined to abide by social distancing, making me burn flash to steal her lunch money before the kitten shit goes full-fledged book flap attack on the metal man to serve him up for me to eat. We decide to see what happens when you crash into a cosmic ballsack at high speeds and learn that the result is a dead grandpa and a bunch of midget meeps being sent back to the graveyard. Then we see the spectral scarecrow trying to soul suck the neighbor's dog, so we do a quick fly in to find the bag of hay for animal abuse. A minute later and we swiftly fly in to give the walking ballsack another scratch. Everyone is off in river with their phones out playing Pokemon Go because a wild Charizard is spawning soon, so I come in and immediately send the little hillbilly hopping off before popping the PJs off the blonde. Triss thinks the pissy plant is going to save her, but I summon the love dove and we take a preemptive victory lap before playing a quick game of Murder the Midget. Then White MC Hammer tries his luck with a Rav by challenging me to a flip-off, but I win the first round before the ghost of a starved man comes in to help, and Jace wins the second round of the flip-off, causing me to back off. But Zumi Yuumi cokes up my anus and you can just hear this Jace pathetically singing the following lyrics because he just knows she'll be coming around the mountain when she comes, And I am she. And Jace is dead. Then the ghost of Scarecrow's past retreats back to his tower thinking I am just going to let him recall, but White Shack comes in like a herding dog to chase the translucent haybag back my way and we take him down. A minute later, and since the first game of Murder the Midget was so fun, we decide to play one more round. I see the blonde's booty looking fine in those PJs and I can't resist hopping in for a taste, so I dash in and let her give me a suntan with that beam before sending her to bed. We are just patrolling the skies when I see their enemy doing a team building exercise to jerk off an erect worm in river, so I break it up by telling the blonde that her father would be embarrassed if he knew what she was up to. Then I get Pidgeotto as an Uber driver this time and we take off, only for me to be surprised by Trist playing her own rendition of Surprise I'm a Dead Bitch, and then the Kit Kat book flaps the flash out of White MC Hammer. I summon Pidgeotto back and say I will give him 5 stars if he can catch that fleeing pussy in the metal suit, and needless to say, he earned those damn stars. 3 of them are now trying to take some nudes by our nexus, so I do a few warm-up sprints back and forth until I dive Paris Hilton and play a quick game of Follow the Flashing Leader to take her down as Yuumi channels the hallway of stimulation to overload the Scarecrow. Then you already know my boy Pidgeotto is getting a call to take me to the nearest fat bong vendor before I swoop in and skillfully avoid the trophy stamper. The game ends in typical Rav fashion with me completely ignoring all feasible objectives and instead focusing on leaving the enemies with as many bloody shit stains in their undies as possible before we all hit the end game lobby, and I flash my YouTube link thinking I swing a big dick for doing slightly above average in a silver elo game just so more people can come and flame me in the comments that I do in fact still read. So shout out to all my Eskimos in this crazy community that is supporting me, watching my videos, subscribing to my channel, liking my videos, downloading Raid with my link in the description, petting your dogs, brushing your teeth, and supporting me on Patreon. Lastly, for those of you still here, please comment if you think Carol from Tiger King murdered her husband. Rav out.